Hi. Thank you for coming to see my nipples. Ooh, they look better in the light. Sorry. Hey, what up? Y'all doing okay? You sure? All right. Shit. I hope you had a good weekend. I haven't saw y'all since last Thursday. Ugh. I don't like to be away from y'all for too long, Y'all don't miss me. I don't even know why I be missing y'all so much. Because I love y'all. Anyway, um, well, I fixed my lightning. I don't look all far away. I don't feel like I'm speaking into the void. And welcome to my place that I live. I did all this last time, but then the video cut off. I got my feelings hurt and all of that, but this is my place and stuff. And yeah, so I got off early today. I'm so happy. I go live when I get off. That good feeling and good vibes that you have when you get off and you're just ready to call and talk to everybody and you're so awesome and turn. That's the energy I go live off of. I just don't want you to think I wake up like this, all right? So a few things. Thank you so much for sending the positive vibes. Well, I won't even say that. For keeping my aunt in your thoughts. Thank you so much. Also, as you can see, I've changed my name. Yes. My name is Wormies Caduceus. Yes. Now, if you're new to my Facebook page, you're like, oh, you got a new name. But if you've been on my Facebook page for years, you know that I used to be Wormies. Okay? I'm only Wormies Caduceus because you have to have a last name on Facebook now, which is so weird. So I went back to Wormies, which is in line with my YouTube channel. That's the name that I go by on my YouTube channel is Wormies. Of course, my real name, in case you all don't know, I got new people to get added to my page damn near every day. My name is William. Hello. You can call me Will. So that's why it says Wormies. Okay. Cause I'm under the light of Hermes. No, for real. Not the only one. There's plenty of us that are, but I am. So Wormy. So shout out to Hermes. Also, I am so excited. I am a administrator for a group. Those of you that's been on my page know that I used to have my own group with like 4 administrators and all that good stuff years ago. But I am now the administrator of the Kybalion group. I'm really happy about that shit. It's like 18,000 people in this fucking group, which really blows my head open. Because I just never thought that anyone would even know the name of the Kybalion or know what's in it, or even ever did I ever imagine or dream that this many people would post about as above, so below, and talk about vibrations, energy, and frequency. This shit is heaven to me. I thought I was going to die like every other person that's part of a secret society. Put the tattoos on me and leave in my will. Please tell the people at my funeral to study my tattoos, and that's it. So things are moving very quickly. I'm happy about it. So all you have to do is search the Kybalion if you want, in the search thing, the Kybalion group in the search thing on Facebook, and the Kybalion group will come up. And shout out to Maggie. That's her group. When I did the Kybalion about 3 years ago, I was sharing it in her group, which helped a lot in her group and helped my page and stuff. A lot of y'all from the group are on my page, and from the group Gnosis. I love this shit. So, please join the group, when and if you can. I will be posting in the group, starting tomorrow, a lot. And stuff. So I'm really happy about the Kybalion group. So please, join that group and stuff. I'm happy to be an administrator. Shout out to Maggie. She's fucking awesome. And all that shit. Shout out to her husband. She's married. Other than that, I think that's all I got. I think I went through everything. I thank y'all for keeping my aunts in your thoughts. I said I changed my name. I talked about the Kybalion group. I think that's all. So let's go ahead and get into this. So this is the Kybalion series, the initiation series in my master school. So the reason why I say is because I didn't even know anyone else was calling their shits, a mastery school or any of that. Like I'm on YouTube and even on Facebook, I've seen some pages and stuff. They're calling their little thing that they're doing the mastery schools. And I don't want to seem like I'm copying or nothing. I came up with that shit on my own, but I'm going to still call it my mastery school. Pay attention to the spirit fingers. Oh yeah. This chapter is called The Mental Universe. It means a lot to me because it explains a lot. Okay. So a lot of people, we get into this, a lot of people on social media, they say that they pray to the universe or they believed in the universe or the universe did this or that. If you ask them the difference between the universe and God, they probably can't tell you. Or they'll tell you the universe is God. The universe is not God. The universe is not the all. The universe is not source. Okay? Nor did it directly come from source. I'm saying directly. I'm going to kind of explain what I'm talking about, and then we're going to get into it because it'll explain it further, okay? So I have a child, right? My daughter turned 22 in June. She's a Cancer, right? At the end of June, right? I have a daughter, right? I didn't create her. Hold on. I put sperm in her, the mother of my child. The mother of my child created her in her stomach, of course, with my help of sperm, but it happened in the female. Not me. Her. She did the 9 months, right? She birthed the baby. She went through all, I didn't do that. You see what I'm saying? So that's how the universe is not God. God is a cause, like I am the cause of my daughter, but the universe itself does the work. You see what I'm saying? Because the universe is a mental creation of the all. All right, we'll go ahead and get deeper into that. And we'll get into masculine and feminine, all of this kind of stuff. All right, I'm very excited. Let's go ahead and get into it. My sound is better and everything. I love it. And I will explain how I manifest through women, because it's mostly women on my page. Always have been, even before my girlfriend, always been mostly women on my page and my comments and everything. And this will explain why. Here we go.
Chapter 5 of the Kybalion by 3 initiates. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 5. The Mental Universe. The universe is mental, held in the mind of the All. The Kybalion.
Let's go.
The All is spirit.
Yes.
But what is spirit? This question cannot be answered for the reason that its definition is practically that of the All, which cannot be explained or defined. Spirit is simply a name that men give to the highest conception of infinite living mind. It means the real essence. It means living mind, as much superior to life and mind as we know them, as the latter are superior to mechanical energy and matter. Spirit transcends our understanding, and we use the term merely that we may think or speak of the All. For the purposes of thought and understanding, we are justified in thinking of spirit as infinite living mind, at the same time acknowledging that we cannot fully understand it. We must either do this or stop thinking of the matter at all. Let us now proceed to a consideration of the nature of the universe as a whole and in its parts. What is the universe? We have seen that there can be nothing outside of the All. Then is the universe the All? No, this cannot be, because the universe seems to be made up of many and is constantly changing, and in other ways it does not measure up to the ideas that we are compelled to accept regarding the All, as stated in our last lesson. Then if the universe be not the All, then it must be nothing. Such is the inevitable conclusion of the mind at first thought. But this will not satisfy the question, for we are sensible of the existence of the universe. Then if the universe is neither the All nor nothing, what can it be?
What is it?
Let us examine this question. If the universe exists at all, or seems to exist, it must proceed in some way from the All. It must be a creation of the All. But as something can never come from nothing, from what could the All have created it? Some philosophers have answered this question by saying the All created the universe from itself. that is, from the being and substance of the all. But this will not do, for the all cannot be subtracted from, nor divided, as we have seen. And then again, if this be so, would not each particle in the universe become aware of its being the all? The all could not lose its knowledge of itself, nor actually become an atom or blind force or lowly living thing. Some men, indeed, realizing that the all is indeed all, and also recognizing that they, the men, existed, have jumped to the conclusion that they and the all were identical, and they have filled the air with shouts of, "I am God," to the amusement of the multitude and the sorrow of sages.
So we have that happening a lot, right? People say, well, I am God. People say, well, we are all God. As a collective and as one, I would say kind of yes and no. Kind of like what we went over last time. We'll talk about it more. Okay. Now I'm not saying that it's false when people say I am God. It depends on the point of view that they're speaking from. Okay. Because we all have a part of it in us because it is all and in everything, in every place, it is. That's why we call it the all. But let's kind of see where the universe even comes from. We're going to use a principle. So we're going to show you how to work with universal principles, okay? Because we already went over the 7 Hermetic principles. A lot of people know them, but how do you work with them? So we're going to grab the principle of correspondence, as above, so below, and we're going to find out where the universe even comes from. Here we go.
Claim of the corpuscle that I am man would be modest in comparison. But what indeed is the universe, if it be not the all, not yet created by the all, having separated itself into fragments? What else can it be? Of what else can it be made? This is the great question. Let us examine it carefully. We find here that the principle of correspondence, see Lesson 1, comes to our aid here. The old Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, may be pressed into service at this point. Let us endeavour to get a glimpse of the workings on higher planes by examining those on our own. The principle of correspondence must apply to this as well as to other problems. Let us see. On his own plane of being, how does man create? Well, first, he may create by making something out of outside materials. But this will not do, for there are no materials outside of the all with which it may create. Well then, secondly, man procreates or reproduces his kind by the process of begetting, which is self-multiplication, accomplished by transferring a portion of his substance to his offspring. But this will not do, because the all cannot transfer or subtract a portion of itself, nor can it reproduce or multiply itself. In the first place, there would be a taking away, and in the second case, a multiplication or addition to the all, both thoughts being an absurdity. Is there no third way in which man creates?
There is a third way. So before he says the third way, I want to just make sure you're understanding what he's saying. Okay, we're using the principle of correspondence. As above, so below as above, and that's how we're finding out how the all created the universe. Okay, so we say, okay, so below on our own plane, we as humans create from outside things, right? If we need to create a wall, we get some materials, some plaster, we create a wall from outside things, from things that are outside of ourselves. Well, we know that all didn't create the universe with anything outside itself because it's everything within itself. Okay, so how else do we create? We procreate by begetting, right? We have sex and we create children from a portion of ourselves. And then we say, well, maybe that's the second way that we create. Maybe that's how the all created, but that can't be correct, right? Because the all doesn't create outside of itself. It doesn't create from itself, because then it would be a taken away You see what I'm saying? Or a self-multiplication, and the all source is not self-multiplicated or taken away at all. It is the all within itself. So that's the second way that humans create. Is it not a third way that humans create? There is a third way. Let's hear.
Yes, there is. He creates mentally, and in so doing, he uses no outside materials, nor does he reproduce himself, and yet his spirit pervades the mental creation.
Yep.
Following the principle of correspondence, we are justified in considering that the all creates the universe mentally.
So, the all creates the universe the same way you create thoughts and images in your head. When you plan out your day in a way, you can see how you're planning out your day. Okay, I got to stop by Starbucks. Automatically, you visualize Starbucks, and then you work on your timing. Oh shit, it's probably going to be crowded. I probably need to prepare for it to be crowded, or I probably need to leave early. You are mentally, without anything physical outside of yourself, okay, and without self-multiplication or reproducing, you are still producing mental images in your head. Men do it a lot. We can ejaculate an orgasm from thought. Some females can too, but all females don't orgasm. I don't know what that's about. That's a whole different live video, but let's continue to listen.
Manner akin to the process whereby man creates mental images.
Yes.
And here is where the report of reason tallies precisely with the report of the illumined, as shown by their teachings and writings.
Yes.
Such are the teachings of the wise men. Such was the teaching of Hermes.
Stop, Hermes.
The all can create in no other way except mentally, without either using material, and there is none to use,
Right.
or else reproducing itself, which is also impossible.
Yep.
There is no escape from this conclusion of the reason, which, as we have said, agrees with the highest teachings of the illumined.
Yep.
Just as you, student, may create a universe of your own in your mentality, so does the all create universes in its own mentality. But your universe is a mental creation of a finite mind, whereas that of the all is the creation of an infinite. The two are similar in kind, but infinitely different in degree.
You see? We are all images of the all. We are all images of source. Okay? And we're able to do sort of the same things that source and the all is doing as we make up mental images, which is our universe. You see what I'm saying? So like when somebody's going through something, I'll be like, wow, their world is dark. Not because they're going through something, but a lot of the times it's because the opinions they hold about it. You see what I'm saying? They make up a dark universe in their own head. Especially the ones that think they're attacked all day and every day by the government, by the world, and everything is in shit and shambles, and it sucks here, and will humanity ever get better? And that's a dark world they're in. That's their universe. That's their hell. You either have a heaven here or you have a hell here, and everybody says, oh, your heaven and hell is right here. Then they go posting about hell. Don't blame us, right? This book came out in 1912. 1912. People just start talking about the universe and multiple universes and all of that like 10, 15 years ago. This wasn't that far. So it took about 100 years from 1912 to 2012. And then another 5 to 10 years for people to even get it in their lingo. So that's why I always tell people, while you're thinking that everybody's waking up so fast, look at how long it took people to even get to this point of what the book is talking about. We're growing fast, but we ain't growing that damn fast. Because we've been talking about this stuff for a long time. And what's funny is, and this is where masculine and feminine comes from. This is the book where S above, so below comes from. This is the book where energy and vibration comes from. This is where it comes from. And what's funny is, I'm a Freemason, and people like to blame Freemasons and secret societies, but yet turn around and use our lingo. We the ones that released this book to the public in 1912, which was already in private before then. You see what I'm saying? So they blame secret societies and then go out and use our stuff and say as above, so below, but then blame us, right? They go out and use vibes and vibrations and frequencies, but then blame us. We the ones that helped you even understand what that even is. But it's okay. We'll take the blame. I'll take the blame. You're welcome, though. Here we go.
We shall examine more closely into the process of creation and manifestation as we proceed. But this is the point to fix in your minds at this stage.
Yes.
The universe and all it contains is a mental creation of the all.
Yes.
Verily, indeed, all is mind. The all creates in its infinite mind countless universes, which exist for eons of time, and yet to the all, the creation, development, decline and death of a million universes is as the time of the twinkling of an eye. The Kybalion.
So, that's the movie, the Avengers movie. You know, the purple guy. He has a whole bunch of stones that he collected, right? And in the snap of a finger, every universe, every galaxy, every dimension, upon every plane of existence is changed in the twinkling of an eye. So while people are stressing, thinking they have a hard life and, oh man, I've been through so much and all, you ain't been through nothing. I like the Gnosis book where the Christ explains and says, if you knew how long you existed, if you knew how long you existed and how long the world has existed before you got here and how long it will exist after you leave here, you will count your life as but a day and your troubles as but an hour. You see what I'm saying? That's the time scale of light. Because in a day in the light kingdom, it takes 1,000 years on earth to make one day in the light kingdom. So now humanity is ready to expand their head to understand that in as much as they can. But just understand time. It's not relative. Here we go.
Infinite mind of the all is the womb of universes. The Kybalion.
The infinite mind of the all is the womb of universes. This is in line with the Secret Book of John and the Mastery series that we go through. See what I'm saying? The infinite mind of the all is the womb of the universes. So that means, we just went live over this in Trimorphic Protonoia. She said, I am the intangible womb. Barbello said this in the Secret Book of John, the womb. The Holy Spirit is the infinite mind of the all, which is the womb of the universe. You see now how the initiation series, how the initiation books helps you in the mastery books. Because you should know that the infinite mind of the all is the womb of the universe. But you don't see it as an infinite mind. You see it as the Holy Spirit because you got a higher mystery of it. Here we go.
The principle of gender, see Lesson 1 and other lessons to follow, is manifested on all planes of life, material, mental and spiritual. But, as we have said before, gender does not mean sex.
No.
Sex is merely a material manifestation of gender.
Right.
Gender means relating to generation or creation.
Right.
And wherever anything is generated or created on any plane, the principle of gender must be manifested. And this is true even in the creation of universes.
Yes.
Now, do not jump to the conclusion that we are teaching that there is a male and female God or creator.
No.
That idea is merely a distortion of the ancient teachings on the subject. The true teaching is that the all in itself is above gender, as it is above every other law, including those of time and space. It is the law from which the laws proceed, and it is not subject to them.
Correct.
But when the all manifests on the plane of generation or creation, then it acts according to law and principle, for it is moving on a lower plane of being, and consequently it manifests the principle of gender in its masculine and feminine aspects.
So what it's saying is, the all in itself, it doesn't do the creating. Okay? Okay? It creates through nature. We're about to talk about that in a minute. It creates through a lower nature. Okay? Of itself, but not outside of itself. You'll see what I'm talking about. It creates through the feminine. The feminine is nature. Okay? It's the same thing that we do as humans. Okay? So when we have sex, even though a girl is attracted to a man, the things that he can do for her, but the ways that he supports her, makes her feel, how comfortable she is, right? He likes her because she's nice. You know, she doesn't get an attitude and treat him like shit. You know, she's beautiful, things like that, right? But he doesn't make love to that, and she doesn't make love to that, right? We go into our lower natures of ourselves, right? We go down here, okay? And down here, we start exercising how we feel about each other on a lower type of plane, right? Not from here. From here. You see what I'm saying? So the same thing that the all does, right? The all creates from a lower nature. It'll make more sense. Here we go.
The mental plane, of course.
Here we go.
This idea may seem startling to some of you who hear it for the first time, but you have all really passively accepted it in your everyday conceptions.
Listen.
You speak of the fatherhood of God and the motherhood of nature, of God, the divine Father, and nature, the universal mother, and have thus instinctively acknowledged the principle of gender in the universe. Is this not so?
Yes, so.
But the Hermetic teaching does not imply a real duality.
No.
The all is one. The two aspects are merely aspects of manifestation.
Yes.
The teaching is that the masculine principle manifested by the all stands, in a way, apart from the actual mental creation of the universe.
Here we go.
It projects its will toward the feminine principle,
Right.
which may be called nature, whereupon the latter begins the actual work of the evolution of the universe, from simple centers of activity on to man, then on and on still higher, all according to well-established and firmly enforced laws of nature.
So that's what I was explaining. See what I'm saying? It projects its will towards nature, and Mother Nature does the work, right? The man, and that's in the higher, that's in the above, right? In the below, the man, right, projects his will, which is in the manifestation of sperm, okay, inside of the woman. And the woman goes to creating for 9 months and birthing and all that shit. The man didn't do that shit. You see what I'm saying? His will helped do that shit and produce sperm and fertilization, but it's her that is doing the work. Doesn't make her better. Let me explain. Anytime you try to jumpstart a car, you need 2 cables. Okay? One cable is positive, one cable is negative. Positive, masculine, feminine. Negative is masculine. Okay? Masculine is the grounding. Okay? It's a grounding cable, the black cable. It's a grounding cable. Okay? Ain't no electricity going through the black cable. It's a grounding cable. Okay? But in order for electricity to be produced, it needs the feminine cable, the red cable. Okay? Okay? Now, the red cable is sending all the energy through. You see what I'm saying? That's where the energy is coming from, is the feminine red cable. See what I'm saying? The masculine is just grounding. Now, that doesn't mean that the red cable can start the car on its own. No, the red cable can't do shit without the black cable. So both of them still play a part, but they play different parts to different degrees. You understand now? Let's talk about it further.
If you prefer the old figures of thought, you may think of the masculine principle as God the Father,
Right.
and of the feminine principle as nature, the universal mother, from whose womb all things have been born. This is more than a mere poetic figure of speech. It is an idea of the actual process of the creation of the universe.
Yes.
But always remember that the all is but one, and that in its infinite mind the universe is generated, created, and exists. It may help you to get the proper idea if you will apply the law of correspondence to yourself and your own mind. You know that the part of you which you call I, in a sense, stands apart and witnesses the creation of mental images in your own mind. The part of your mind in which the mental generation is accomplished may be called the me, in distinction from the I, which stands apart and witnesses and examines the thoughts, ideas, and images of the me.
So, hold up.
Below, remember? And
as above, so below, remember? So, when you try to, when you're understanding masculine and feminine, it's not about being a masculine man or a feminine woman. That's not just what it's about. Those are lower degrees of understanding the masculine and feminine. But you're not going to understand the higher degrees until you understand the lower degrees. Okay? All right? So, let me let it play some more.
Stands apart and witnesses and examines the thoughts, ideas, and images of the me.
I wanted to replay that. So, you're masculine. Okay? Left hemisphere of the brain. That's masculine. Okay? That's your I. I know everybody is saying there is no I. You belong to a oneness. You're not an individual, but you are both. You belong to a oneness and you are an individual. It's a paradox. We'll talk about that in the next chapter because all paradoxes will be reconciled. Okay? So, and we're going to talk about this more in mental gender. Okay? So your I is the I of yourself is what I've been talking about in this series. Okay? Because if you don't have an I am of yourself and you don't know yourself, then any other person that knows themselves or has an I am about themselves is going to press their I am up on your me, which is the feminine part of yourself. Your feminine part of yourself, the right hemisphere, actually controls the left side of your body. That's why I wear my Masonic ring on my left side. I told you I represent a feminine, the feminine run art organization, right? So anytime that you want to do something, okay, you have an I am thought about it. You project it to your me, which is the right side of your brain that does all the work. That's why it's important for both of the sides to be awakened. And most of that is done through stretching, yoga, diet, walking, and meditation. Okay? So he's explaining that the same way that we have sex, the same way that the all creates, is the same way that we even think. Okay? So when you see a news article or a new something that they're putting all over the news, that's an I coming to your me. Okay? And what you can decide to do is say, I don't believe it. I don't care about it. It has nothing to do with I. Or you can start twiddling and posting all about what you heard on the news and telling everybody to be scared. That's because somebody has impressed a I upon your me and your I wasn't strong enough. Or else you ain't got nothing to be scared of, right? Nobody needs to be aware of nothing because everybody is safe. And it's going to talk about that in the same book. You are safe. You are safe in the all. I really put emphasis on that because I feel like when people post about government shit, politics, all the pedophiles, all the bullshit that's going on in the world, you're convincing yourself that you're not safe and you're convincing everybody else that you're not safe, which is not true. And for you to listen to the rest of this live video and how it explains that you're safe and to still go back out and post conspiracy shit and fear and go back to convincing yourself that you're not safe, go back to trying to convince everybody else that they're not safe is just crazy to me. It's almost like everybody wants to feel like they're in danger and they love that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because if I was sitting here saying that you're not safe because of this type of the government, that type of the government. Oh man, views would be everywhere, hearts would be all over my screen and everything. But because I come from a degree and point of view, a higher degree of thinking, that you are safe, everybody doesn't. It's crazy. Let's continue to listen though.
As above, so below, remember? And the phenomena of one plane may be employed to solve the riddles of higher or lower planes.
Right.
Is it any wonder that you, the child, feel that instinctive reverence for the all, which feeling we call religion,
Yes.
that respect and reverence for the Father mind? Is it any wonder that, when you consider the works and wonders of nature, you are overcome with a mighty feeling which has its roots away down in your inmost being?
Yep.
It is the mother mind that you are pressing close up to, like a babe to the breast.
Hey, and I'm not saying don't pray to the universe. I'm saying understand that when you're praying to the universe, you're praying to a mental creation of the all and to Mother Nature, which is fine. I've even asked in the Master Series, it's okay to say forget the all, forget source. It's okay to say forget the child, forget the Christ. It's okay. What's not okay is to forget the Holy Spirit, because that's explained that that's the only sin that's not forgiven. So if anything, pray to her. Here we go. We're almost done. Short book. Short chapter.
Do not make the mistake of supposing that the little world you see around you, the earth, which is a mere grain of dust in the universe, is the universe itself.
Nope.
There are millions upon millions of such worlds and greater, and there are millions and millions of such universes in existence within the infinite mind of the all.
Yep.
And even in our own little solar system, there are regions and planes of life far higher than ours, and beings compared to which we earthbound mortals are as the slimy life forms that dwell on the ocean's bed when compared to man.
Yes.
There are beings with powers and attributes higher than man has ever dreamed of the gods possessing.
Yep.
And yet these beings were once as you, and still lower, and you will be even as they, and still higher in time. Of man as reported by the illumined.
The illumined, we reported it. Shout out to Illuminati. So, when this came out in 1912, talking about its millions upon millions of multiple universes, you see how crazy that would sound? How taboo that would sound? And now, fucking PG-13 movies like Spider-Man are talking about multi-universes. Doctor Strange, we're talking about multiple universes. We're talking about multiple beings. Think about what I've been talking about. When people put all this energy into convincing themselves that they're not safe because they believe that it's, oh yeah, this person runs the world, this group of people run the world. Like, what are you talking about? Do you understand how small humans are? And for you to be that scared of thinking that a human has that much fucking power to destroy a world or have any effect on the universe? The fuck out of here, bro. No. That's why I even come in y'all posts sometimes and I talk about it on live. What do you think? That Mother Nature just stands back and says, oh yeah, I'm so weak. Huh? You think the divine just stands back and says, oh, well, the humans are so strong and destroying everything. Guess there's nothing I can do. Like, what the fuck? What?
And death is not real,
No.
even in the relative sense.
No.
It is but birth to a new life, and you shall go on and on and on and on to higher and still higher planes of life, for eons upon eons of time.
And those, see, people say, oh yeah, aliens is going to be Project Bluebeam. You're just making up shit in your head that the Vatican put out there to put fear in you, so you won't believe that it's beings that exist as higher than you, and there always have been. You see what I'm saying? And remember, every so-called alien every god or goddesses, I'm talking about every god or goddess from Greek mythology or any kind of mythology, was once in a human form just like me and you. And you are going to grow to higher forms of being, higher forms of existence, and lower forms will think you're a god and a goddess and will praise you. Am I not telling the truth? Let's go back to as above, so below. Your dog thinks you are a fucking god or goddess. It praises you. It reverences you. It loves you like a motherfucker as a higher being. Your cat, whatever animal, they reverence you. You see what I'm saying? Same things are going to happen as you continue to move through deaths. More deaths and more deaths as you change and as you rise. All of us will get to experience having all these powers and existing in a whole different type of being and thinking. You ready? This shit is going to happen whether you're ready or not. Here we go. We almost done.
The universe is your home, and you shall explore its farthest recesses before the end of time. You are dwelling in the infinite mind of the All, and your possibilities and opportunities are infinite, both in time and space. And at the end of the grand cycle of eons, when the All shall draw back into itself all of its creations, you will go gladly, for you will then be able to know the whole truth of being at one with the All.
This is the same thing that the Tao Te Ching said. That you continue to go. Well, it just said, when you pass away, you go into the blue. And then just as the clouds fade into the blue, that's how you fade into the blue. And Lao Tzu said, and once you're there, we went live over the whole book of the Tao Te Ching. He said, and once you have become Tao, you won't even know it because you are the Tao. The Tao is the same thing as God, is the same thing as the All. So when the All returns back into itself, like it said in the secret book of John, where Juradamas said that everything has come from you and to you everything will return. Now you see what I'm saying in the Master Series? So when everything will return, you will gladly return. And when you return, you won't even know you return because you will be the All.
Is the report of the illumined, those who have advanced well along the path. And in the meantime, rest calm and serene. You are safe and protected by the infinite power of the Father, Mother, Mind.
You are protected by the infinite power of the Father and Mother Mind. And for you to trick yourself into thinking that you're in danger all day, every day, and everything in this world is against you and this world is gone to shit is a dark way of thinking. You are protected. You are safe. You are at home. And I know I haven't lost my parents. It will happen. For those of you that have lost your parents or a parent, understand what it's about to say. No one in the entire universe is fatherless or motherless. In the entire fucking universe.
Within the Father-Mother mind, mortal children are at home.
Yes.
The Kybalion. There is not one who is fatherless nor motherless in the universe. The Kybalion. End of chapter 5 of the Kybalion by 3 initiates.
I told y'all it was a short chapter. Thank y'all for listening to me. I hope this helped boost your confidence. I hope it helped boost your faith. I hope you feel more safe. I hope you feel more knowledgeable about the universe and the All. I hope you feel more knowledgeable about how you function. And you're a masculine I am, and you're a feminine me. I hope you further look forward to death and look forward to rising into higher and higher states of being. And until then, like he said, roll your boat gently down the stream. Chill. All right? So I hope y'all enjoyed that. I really did. I knew I was going to enjoy it. Again, like I said at the beginning of the live video, and I will continue to be talking about this, please join the Kybalion group. And shout out to the Kybalion group and Maggie. Next week, we will be going over another fire chapter. All the chapters are fire. And books are fire that we go live over. We'll be going live over the golden sayings of Epictetus. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that'll be very, very, very interesting, and it'll even go deeper as well. All right. Next time, I hope to see y'all is next Thursday, maybe. I might wait and then go live that following Monday. We'll see. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this live video. As always, I will include the link in the comments. Please listen to it yourself. Don't just try to get a microwave dinner of my interpretation and be like, oh, I got it. It takes time to study and understand it within yourself. So take time to understand it within yourself. All right. Also, the written version I will include in the comments. Also, I will include my YouTube link where all my live videos are stored on YouTube because I can't store them on Facebook because Facebook deletes them after 30 days. Also, on my YouTube channel, I told y'all I was trying to get to 50 subscribers. I'm at 53 subscribers, so I can go live on YouTube now. So I'll be going live from two different, because I got two phones. I'll be going live from two different phones from now on. It still wasn't ready today, but I think it'll be ready tomorrow or something for me to go live. So next week I'll be on YouTube Live and Facebook Live at the same time. I know, right? I still think it's going to be a long time before I get on Instagram Live because I think you got to have like 2,000 followers or something. I think I got like 200 followers. Like, I just haven't been on Instagram a lot, but I'm working on it. Again, it's not a big deal. It's just a way to just spread my message more. I'm not all fucking up in arms about it because I don't do this shit for money or attention. I'm just trying to get the message out more. And as we said in the other series, in the previous chapter before this, nothing stays the same but change. So as things change, I change with it. I just like to come a little bit late after all the hoopla. You know, now with Facebook Live, I came in right when it, right when Facebook Live came. But as far as getting on other platforms and all that, I kind of waited, even when YouTube Live came out, I'm like, let me wait, you know what I'm saying? And come in after the fact, after everybody get tired of the ones that's already on camera, come in looking as a fresh new face. And it expands my, the message and all of that, So anyway, I love y'all so much. Hope y'all have a great Thursday and a great Friday and weekend and shit. Please stay hydrated. Please remember, the hotter it gets, the less you must eat, but don't drink too much water. But stay hydrated and make sure you're eating hydrated fruits. Pretty please, and make sure your kids are too, okay? Other than that, I love y'all so much. So do my nipples. I know. Some of y'all just be coming just for my nipples. Me and my nipples appreciate you too. I love y'all so much. I'll talk to y'all later. My tongue is coming out.